across the West.
Honorable Mayor, please take your seat. What's point of order you said?
Point of order. Are we in an auction here? Honorable member.
That is not a point of order.
It's not a perfect wedding. Onward rule are you rising? Onward rule.
Honorable Ndlozi, take your seat. Take your seat, Honorable
Ndlozi, you are recognized. Stand up on a point of order.
Thank you.
Please.
You are exercising fairness, Speaker. Recognize me on a point of order and address me as an equal member of this.
Are you okay?
Can I just say that this doctor has got a woman, so let's just control ourselves.
But wait, until it is official with that woman, he is still available.
No. You can't push
It's fine, guys. I'll give the land back. You can have everything. Okay, so, wow.
More.
Sorry. So don't look at me like that. All right. So, those words that we're playing on the song now, right? Those were your words quoted in Parliament when you were referring to our former president Jacob Zuma.
What is he doing?
As Ubabaka Duduzane. Did they pay you royalties?
No, a medical student at Vets who is not really in the business of music.
You saying Dr Ndlozi has resigned from Parliament? I got that when I was outside the country on holiday with my wife. When the SG sent it to me, I never did it.
But what's the
So you can't ask me why did he resign, because I never had that discussion.
What was the backstory of him not being at the NPA? Just take us into your confidence today.
But again, you're unfair to me. I told you I was inspecting the learner's license of my son. My oldest son is 18. That's what I'm responsible for, about whereabouts. Yesterday when he passed matric, he said they are going to Kilimanjaro or Manjaro, what in Soweto there. God, I'm going with you. And then the whole thing flopped because they were like, what is this old man going to do? I'm also saying, I'm not responsible for Dr Ndlozi. I'm not his father. Not his father. Where he was, what was he doing?
On this one,
I don't know.
On this one, I think you are obfuscating because surely with the kind of organization you are running a tight ship. Let's be frank. You are not running a Mickey Mouse thing. This is a massive organization with 1 million members. Right? And it could be understandable if there was some just ordinary loose member who didn't pitch up for or who was not a delegate, right? But here you're talking about somebody you have promoted. Just recently, you are pitting him against Panyaza Lusufi, making fun of Panyaza Lusufi. This is incomparable.
You can't compare even now. Even now.
Yeah.
If you
so I can't be convinced.
If you want to question me about the qualities of leadership, let's debate that. Not his whereabouts.
No, I want to debate that you are not worried about why would you not be worried?
I'm not.
Why?
Stage is a village. Usboni stage is
I'm not convinced.
usboni ka NPA se village.
So you're not worried that he didn't know where he was.
The leadership of the EFF, which was supposed to be there, was there. So why must I worry?
So he wasn't told not to come to the NPA?
No, there's no such a communication.
He just voluntarily didn't come. So we need to ask him.
You ask him, I don't know.
You have no idea even now.
No, I'm not even interested.
But you have a good relationship with him.
No.
You don't?
No, it ended at that time. We were members.
Was he a victim of Floyd living? Let me ask it that way.
Ask him if he's a victim. How do I say someone is a victim? I don't know if he's a victim. I never spoke to Dr Ndlozi before the NPA. I never spoke to Dr Ndlozi after the NPA. So I don't know his mind as to how is he thinking.
I become a captain of industry. There's nothing we can do until we have a bank of our own. So step number one, we need a bank. And that bank must become a state bank. That is going to waste money on you, like the apartheid government did on Afrikaners. That is going to give you funding, give you 40 years minimum, like Toyota. The story of Toyota, which at the moment, there's no village in the world without a Toyota in the world. But if you look at the story of Toyota, it was properly supported by the state for 40 years until it became the giant that it is. It's the story of a number of companies. The strongest agricultural sector in the world is in the United States, but is the most protected from international competition. We cannot give up on the state because the ANC destroyed it. It is the only thing.
Prof, great to see you. If we dare connect the dots, given what's being said. The elephant in the room is something that I think, it'd be remiss of us not to at least reflect on at the very least. And interestingly enough, the commentary now is just about how Julius Malema has handled this moment. What's your reading into the response he gave to journalists earlier today when he essentially said, and I quote, "Call him yourself"?
Yeah, I think I must swallow my words. I must eat my cap. I had hoped that there could be a possibility to sit under a marula tree and for the two to smoke the peace pipe. But after his concluding line yesterday, quoting Martin Luther King, in the end, it will be not the actions of our enemies that we'll remember, but it will be the silence of our friends that we will remember. And I said, oh, how unfortunate. Today I listened to him again, the way he spoke again in reference to Ndlozi. I don't think there is any hope for the two to mend ways and work together again. I think it's almost definite that Mbuyiseni is on his way out. Even if we're to try to come back, it's a marriage that cannot work. Maybe he saw it coming and he decided, I'm not available even for any position. And if there is anything to be discussed, let's do it after the conference. But I think he's definitely on his way out.
Yeah, this moment.
Many of them are opportunistic because they want to see whether they will emerge in the upcoming Third National People's Assembly before they decide whether they will remain in the EFF or not. Many of them are using the Third National People's Assembly as a threat that if they do not get elected or are not part of the leadership discussions leading up to the conference, then they will leave and join MKP. We must never be blackmailed by those who want to threaten us with leaving after the Third National People's Assembly. I want to say to them, leave now. Leave now so that we can know how many soldiers we have in this struggle to liberate our people. You must leave today because nothing is going to change between now and December. Nothing is going to change now and in the future. The future looks bright because we determine it today. We are here to make our destiny for how the future looks like tomorrow. Leave now. We have no reason to beg anyone. If you want to leave, leave now and leave us alone. Even if we are alone, we'll always continue to speak truth to power. It's very painful to count the soldiers you don't have. Fellow fighters, none of you should allow anyone to bargain their loyalty for position.
Including Dr Ndlozi. I mean, Dr Ndlozi has not said anything about Floyd since he left, between Floyd leaving and you addressing the ground forces.
He has said something, unless you're saying he didn't say it to you, the media people. If you asked him, if anyone asked him, I've never heard him being asked about that.
On Twitter?
But
Because you said there are certain leaders who are busy tweeting, who always tweet, but now they're quiet.
It's his choice. I mean, I'm happy you are able to see that he has not tweeted. I have not been checking that. So all I'm saying is that he has expressed himself about this matter. To me, he has expressed himself internally in the organization, and he's writing his own history. Everybody writes his own history.
But you said to me earlier on that the EFF expects its leadership to defend this organization, not just internally, but publicly as well. He hasn't done that.
He has done that.
Publicly?
He has done that. He has been at the occasions where the organization ought to be defended, and he defended the organization.
Even on the issue of Floyd?
Well, I've not heard him say anything about the issue of Floyd, but the Constitution does not say on Floyd defend the EFF internally and externally. It says the organization has to be defended both in private and in public. So if he has chosen not to say anything on Floyd, it doesn't mean he has not defended the organization. Where he gets an opportunity, which he does very well. Yes.
Yeah. What is the role that you can, if you were to write your biography?
No.
And there was a chapter on Floyd and a chapter on Dali. What would summarize those chapters in terms of their contribution?
The heading will be the two betrayers. That will be the heading of the chapter, and that's what I will contribute in that book. The ideas in the EFF are a collective ideas. That anyone, I mean, we came up with this idea of forming the EFF. So what? It is insignificant who formed it, who came with the idea and all of that. This thing belongs to the collective. The idea of an individual dwindles into insignificance once a collective decision is taken. So whatever 11 years you want to talk about, it can't be attributed to any individual. But like
I think the reality is, and I want us to really interrogate this a little bit. The reality is the three of you were seen as the faces of the EFF for a long time.
I agree.
In fact, the EFF and yourselves as individual faces were indistinguishable. In other words, although towards the end there was betrayal, as you put it, you can't dismiss the fact that you didn't build the thing alone at the top leadership level.
I've never said that.
Right? Yes, you're correctly saying it was a collective.
I've never said that.
What went wrong? What went wrong? Start with Floyd.
I think you must ask them, really. You are being unfair to me because I also don't know. I want to know.
Even up to now?
No, I spoke to Floyd after the resignation.
Even immediately thereafter?
Immediately. I went to his house, and the reason it was done deliberately. Ordinarily he should be coming to me, but I said no, I'm coming to you. So I can make him comfortable in his own space, own home, so he can speak freely. And I said to him, I'm no longer your president, like you said. You have not renewed the membership. You have no reason to be scared. If you are scared to tell me anything. Then I leaned forward. I asked him, what did I do? He said, no, there was nothing personal. It's a revolutionary decision. No, I'm not asking you to convince you to stay. I want you to tell me what I've done so wrong to you, so that I don't repeat it to the next person. I might not be aware that this action is actually offensive. He didn't say anything. Even the reasons I'm picking up JJ are laughable on the street. I mean, it's not something that can be repeated in this serious show, because they're just jokes. So that's what we are to the movement. We are replaceable. We contribute now, and we're important now. When we're done, it's finished. Our term is finished. Our membership is finished. The new leaders are going to emerge. So you're saying Dr Ndlozi has resigned from Parliament. I got that when I was outside the country on holiday with my wife. when the SG sent it to me. I never had any.
But what's the on do you say?
Yeah, so you can't ask me why did he resign, because I never had that discussion.
What was the backstory of him not being at the NPA? Just take us into your confidence today.
But again, you're unfair to me. I told you I was inspecting the learner's license of my son. My oldest son is 18. That's what I'm responsible for, about whereabouts. Yesterday when he passed matric, he said they are going to Kilimanjaro or Manjaro, what in Soweto today. God, I'm going with you. And then the whole thing flopped because they were like, what is this old man going to do with? God, I'm also saying, I'm not responsible for Mbuyiseni Ndlozi. I'm not his father. Not his father. Where he was, what was he doing?
On this one,
I don't know.
On this one, I think you are obfuscating because surely with the kind of organization you are running a tight ship. Let's be frank. You are not running a Mickey Mouse thing. This is a massive organization with 1 million members. Right? And it could be understandable if there was some just ordinary loose member who didn't pitch up for or who was not a delegate. Right? But here you're talking about somebody you have promoted. Just recently, you are pitting him against Panyaza Lusufi, making fun of Panyaza Lusufi. This is incomparable.
You can't compare even now. Even now. If you
so I can't be convinced.
If you want to question me about the qualities of leadership, let's debate that. Not his whereabouts.
No, I want to debate that you are not worried about. Why would you not be worried?
I'm not.
Why?
Stage is a village. Usiboni stage zero. Stage ukara sa UN usiboni ka NPA se village. Dilo dilimo.
So you're not worried that he didn't know where he was.
The leadership of the EFF, which was supposed to be there, was there. So why must I worry?
So he wasn't told not to come to the NPA.
No, there's no such a communication.
He just voluntarily didn't come. So we need to ask him.
You ask him. I don't know.
You have no idea even now.
No, I'm not even interested.
But you have a good relationship with him.
No.
You don't?
No, it ended at that time. We were members.
Was he a victim of Floyd living? Let me ask it that way.
Ask him if he's a victim. How do I say someone is a victim? I don't know if he's a victim. I never spoke to Mbuyiseni Ndlozi before the NPA. I never spoke to Mbuyiseni Ndlozi after the NPA. So I don't know his mind as to how is he thinking on this matter.
Are you irritated by the fact that there's a narrative that persists that you are like other leaders in our political spectrum, a big man, right? Holomisa has been there for 20 years, I think. Butele is okay. Let me not talk ill of the dead, but Butele was there until the last day, right?
He left with the coffin.
He was 90 something, 92 or something, right? And I can go into the continent, but let's not go there. Let's just talk about here that. Do you get irritated by being tagged that way to say it looks like EFF will always have this president and that's it? It's a third term of 5 maybe.
You're using what will appear as better example to whoever is listening to you. And you are also trying to persuade me differently because you are using bad names. Why are you not comparing this?
No, but who's bound to
I agree, but. Why are you not comparing it with Owar Tambo? For how long was Owar Tambo president of the
exile? Come on, this was a different context altogether.
It's not different context.
It is. He was underground.
They were a political party and they were not in power. And they had a leader who was leading them consistently. And what was worse about Tambo is that there was never a conference, except when there were problems, when Christian wrote a letter, they went to Kabwe to go and discuss those concerns of the soldiers. So the same with the IFP leader, Hemen Mashaba, everyone. They don't go to conferences. I'm not here for 3rd to 5th term. I'm here for this term. I'm being re-elected as a new president of the EFF. And I'm not worried about whoever says what. I'm going to implement the resolutions.
You have a succession plan?
Yes. You know what's the succession plan?
Next NPA. Is that the succession
no.
plan?
The succession plan is that if I die, the deputy president of the EFF takes over. You can't say the same about MK.
Is that your succession plan?
No. Succession means what happens
Something
when
happens
this
to you,
person
yes.
is no longer there.
Yeah.
In MK, is Zuma alone.
Yeah.
If he dies, they are going to kill
Is
each
this your
other
last
because it is my last term. I've accepted only this term because I've been asked for this term. So as far as I'm concerned,
that's confusing. Is this your last term, or come NPA 4 you'll stand again?
No, I don't know if I will be nominated in the NPA 4, but I've never said no to the EFF. Every time it asked me to do something, I do it.
Yeah.
So if they ask me, then I will accept and I will do it. But this is my last term.
Yeah.
So I'm saving it as if I'm not going to get any chance.
In the 11 years, what battle did you lose as the leader?
I've never lost any. Politics, I lose at home, my lord. But politically, I don't lose. I don't fear nothing. The only person I'm scared of is my wife.
So, I think we must be part of the CT. What is it? Central Command. Yeah, you must be. Your members of the CCT, are they free? And I'm asking you a straightforward question.
Yeah.
Are they free to challenge you seriously, right, in those meetings, or are there layers where in certain layers they cannot challenge you, etc.? I just want to deal with the issue of internal democracy once and for all.
So I give a political report. I spoke for 3 hours 45 minutes, if I'm not wrong. From there, I sit down. The whole hall there start interrogating me. That's my input. Remember, that input I give there doesn't come from the collective. It's not like an organizational report. That's me speaking and setting the tone for the conference. So they need to take that report, and you have not built the school, blah, blah.
Thank you and good evening to you, Bongiwe. Yes, we have anticipated this, and the EFF has definitely anticipated this. And we were told at Nazareth by the EFF in the NPA that all the leaders of the EFF are present there, and therefore anybody who's not in the room is not a leader of the EFF. And that certainly applied to Ndlozi. So it's been in process and is now here. So there is nothing new.
And in your view, what does it mean then for the party?
It is a follow-up on the party cleansing itself of the double agents of the MKP who were operating inside the EFF and the MKP, as well as some of them operating inside the ANC and the MKP. So the extent of Ndlozi's complicity in that is not known, but we are aware that there were insinuations in that direction.
And when it comes then to, his role in the party, because a number of people, including, for example, political analyst Sanusha Naidu, speak about the difficulty in replacing him for the party. Do you also think that that is a possibility, that they may not find or may find it difficult to replace someone of his caliber?
Yeah, I think that is a new idea. I've heard some of the liberals propounding such ideas, that in the liberation movement generally there's a shortage of leaders. Some saying Cyril has no replacement. Now we're hearing that Ndlozi has no replacement. In the mass democratic movement, there were always leaders. Our people have never been short of leaders to lead themselves. That is how we got here in the first place. So there are young people, very bright people. Ndlozi was there. The only time he got known was through the EFF. I'm quite certain there'll be others who will emerge and replace him quite easily. You see some graduates of the top universities present in the EFF, we expect them to do their job.
I know you are sitting somewhere and saying, maybe I should have arrived earlier. You are one of the young men.
Honorable Ndlozi.
Thank you. Chairperson, why the house always falls under your guide is because you don't listen.
I'm not going to listen to that either.
That is the problem. That is the problem with you.
I'm not going to listen to that either. That is not a point of... No.
It's the truth.
Honorable member, please sit down.
You are impatient.
No.
I think you must go to primary school or something. Go be a principal at a kindergarten or something. We always run into chaos only under your precision.
Honorable Ndlozi, are you aware that you are disruptive now?
No,
you are. Because
you are disruptive.
No, Honorable Ndlozi, you cannot do as you wish in this house. We have got
also cannot do as you wish.
Rules
you
in
also
this
cannot
house.
do as you wish.
Honorable, there was somebody standing, Honorable Steenhuisen.
Yeah.
Another point of order, Chair. You know, the rules say the minister must not read the whole time. He's left with 1 minute and he's been reading. The rule is here. Rule 89 says you must use the speech to refresh your memory. Because now we're worried about your personal competence in doing this thing of correctional say. He's been reading throughout. This is a minister who's asking for a budget.
Yeah,
He's asking for 87 billion. He's been reading all the time. Is he competent to do this job?
Thank you, Honorable Ndlozi. I get your point of order. I will have a careful eye out from where I'm sitting. I'm quite confident that the Minister has largely only refreshed his memory. Thank you, Honorable Ndlozi. Minister, please continue.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Ndlozi TV. Please subscribe. Bye for now till we meet again next time. Subscribe, please. Don't forget to like and to comment. Thank you very much. Dr. Ndlozi TV, Mutsonga wa Shiviri from Limpopo. Goodbye till we meet again next time. Subscribe.